Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13. 11 MT tight. 11 MT tight.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, I'd say we're well past the time that we're trying to work out the kinks of the season, aren't we? We're already into Week 3, and he's looking really, really strong. Already has won an AFC Player of the Week award.
Yeah, did that a week ago in Week 2 with runs like that and then some.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. So much for picking it up on the ground on third down. Third play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early. Because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. So opening drive, third down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on third down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
3 yards remain for second down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon,
his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Cousins on first down. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Defense gets up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A first carry for Najee Harris.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
From the 38, Cousins. He gets it complete to Harris. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw taken in by Cooper here.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. From the gun, here's Cousins.
That's swung out wide to Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
A first down throw for Cousins. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 23.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
42 yards on the ground for him so far.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's a give to Mixon. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
When you think about this strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time, great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short.
They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. First down, here's Cousins.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike, 55. Check. Hey, we're good. Hey, check Mike.
Cousins now. He'll find Najee Harris. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
1. 2. We're going.
Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Harris. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Najee Harris.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing again on second down. Burrow.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing, Cousins. It's brought in by Harris. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Now Cousins. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
On 2nd down, it's Harris, and he stopped immediately there.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
1.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Extra point now by Boswell. It's good to make it 17-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Following the interception, Cousins. And his throw is incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's brought down. 40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
To throw, Cousins. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And got his man complete. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches in.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 41.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Now Burrow loses the football.
And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
The defense, they were swarming that time. It ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Cousins throw complete there to Smith-Schuster.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Throwing is Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Again, it's Cousins. And it's caught. Touchdown!
Deontay Johnson,
his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
First down, Bengals.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Eli Apple. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
Complete. It's Johnson. They juked him. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 19-yard line.
Mark 55! Mark 55! Stop your body. Mark 55! Right there, look, 55. Hey, we're good,
Off the play fake, Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
I'm coming after you. Mark, two. Check 55, Mark. Blue day. Hey, check right. Watch 55.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Cousins on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Cousins to throw it. He'll let this go for the end zone. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And, boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make this a 2nd down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating. Steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And my goodness, another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play that time on the catch and run.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Now a first down carry for Harris. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try to run with Harris. Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. They'll try and run with Harris. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They were stopped last time from the 1. Now here's another try on 3rd and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And Burrow going to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And now here's another interception.
Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Check. Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Oh, yeah.
Cousins here to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. So this one in the win column.